Action Comics 63. The cover has been soaking for 3 hours. 11:30 I put it in, 12:30, 1:30, 2:30, 3, actually 4 hours. It's been in the soap and Palmolive bath. I put a top grade over it, and I actually put my measuring cup over it, and it is sandwiched between 2 pieces of Ramay. So what are we going to do next? What we're going to do next is I'm going to let it drip dry just for a little bit, and then I'm going to bring it upstairs and I'm going to rinse it. Now, I did not do an aggressive bath or aqueous bath for this one. And what is an aggressive one? It's one using chemicals, using chloramine T, using calcium hydroxide for deacidification. I did not do any of that. And the reason why I did not do any of that is because this cover has beautiful reds and yellows, and I do not want to run risk of diminishing the colors by using the chemicals that I have used in the past. So that was the reason why. Could I have been more aggressive, possibly, to get things lighter? Of course I could. But again, I do not want to run risk of doing it and ruining the graphics. So I'm going to take this upstairs. I'm going to rinse this in my tub with fresh water. And then after we do that, I am going to come down and I'm going to show you how I'm going to use Big Bertha to press this flat and make it nice and flat for the repairs that we have to do. So I'll be right back. Okay guys, we are back. As you saw, I was upstairs and I rinsed the heck out of the Action Comics cover. I don't want to be that aggressive because I don't want to absorb or remove a lot of the reds and the yellows of that beautiful cover. So this was the aqueous soaking. I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but this water is pretty brown. It is scuzzy, it is dark, and I think I achieved my goal in what I wanted to do. Now what we're gonna do is we are going to work on the wet cover. Bear with me, I'm going to get a piece of glass. Okay, I am back with the piece of glass. I'm sure there is some glare on the camera, but what are we gonna do? So here we go. Here is my Action Comics cover. What I want to do is I want to remove the grates, but I want to keep it between the ramie. It's very important. As you know, ramie is one of the essential tools of a conservator. So there is still a little soap residue, but that's okay. We'll rinse that out in the future when we do the leaf casting possibly, but that soap can just be on the ramie paper. Now what I want to do is we're going to do something a little different. I want to blot out the cover, and let's see, I bet you by blotting this out just like this, there'll be some slight red inks that will come up, as well as some of those yellows, but that's okay. It's expected, and actually it's pretty good, so I'm happy with that. There is not a lot of color loss. One thing that I want to do, and I'll show you, is what is in this box. Maybe people have seen this box on my shelf. These are Chinese balls that people use for stress. They make a noise and you're supposed to rub them together. I don't do that for stress. I want to do it, I just want to gently roll the spine to try to flatten it out a little bit, because there are indentations and creases in this spine that are probably not going to be able to remove with pressing 100%. So by doing this, I'm slowly pushing down the defects on the spine, because we're going to turn around and possibly leaf cast this, or maybe even use Tengojo paper. I haven't decided, but this will help make the paper, in my opinion, a little flatter, and that's why I'm doing it. We'll do this for a little bit longer, go back and forth, and I see people do this with ball bearings and whatnot, but I had these balls from Chinatown since I was a little kid. Chinatown in Manhattan, you go there, there are a lot of oddities and things that you can buy, and I thought, hey, I never used it for stress because I rarely get stressed, but I'll use it for comics. And I'm glad that I found the balls in one of my drawers recently, and I said this would be perfect. So there we go. We nicely, hopefully, flattened out the spine here, and hopefully things will turn out the way I want. So what are we going to do next? What we're going to do next is I'm going to do some blotting, and these are going to be used paper towels that I save. I recycle my paper towels. I use them as much as I can. I at least get 2 or 3 applications from my paper towels, and just like doing this, I put them to the side, and we'll just use them to try to get some of the moisture out of the book, and then we dispose of them. So we're going to do something a little different now, and I want to try to make this book as flat, or this cover as flat as possible. And the reason why is because which repair I decide to do, it will benefit regardless of which one is used, either 10 gold Joel or using some form of leaf casting. The flatter you go, the better it is. And my last Action Comics that I have a series on, which is the cool motorcycle cover, I had a problem doing the leaf casting because I did it in 2 stages and it really didn't work out the best the way I wanted it, but it still got a conserved grade, but I wasn't 100% happy with the way it turned out. Okay, so what are we gonna do next? I'll show you. What we're gonna do next is I am going to use Big Bertha. And Big Bertha, actually, let's roll the back of the spine as well. Let's give it a nice rolling, because we want this to be nice and flat for whatever repair I decide to do in the conserved grade. And I'm looking at the back of this cover and I can tell, just based on experience, that it is definitely lighter and it is going to be more eye appealing. Now, I didn't take too many photos of the inside of the cover when I started, and the reason why I did not do it is because this cover I did not want to open. I did not want to open it all the way with fear of possibly ripping the only remaining part of the cover that existed. Or, I take that back, the seam that existed. So what are we gonna do now? What we're gonna do now is, let me adjust this camera a little bit, and I am going to show you a new method. And the new method deals with shelving. And these are shelving pieces that I got just recently from Home Depot. And they are 12 inches by 12 by, let me see, I think they're 12 by 22. So what I want to do now is I want to put 3 layers of paper towels. And again, I will use these again after we're done. So that's 1, 2, 3, just like this. Okay, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the cover and I'm going to place it so the cover is on the paper towels, just like that. Beautiful. Next, I want to put 3 more layers of paper towels on top. So let's do that now. And here we go. We got 1. You know, Jerry the Jitterbug likes to count. 2, 3. Okay, good. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the second shelving unit that I have, okay? Then what I'm going to do is I am going to get Big Bertha. Now, if you guys don't know what Big Bertha is, you're gonna see what Big Bertha is right now. Okay, let's put these shelving pieces to the side. Let's get rid of this glass. Put that to the side. Let's take this away. We don't need this. This we'll put to the side. Now I'm gonna get Big Bertha, guys, so hang loose. This is Big Bertha. Say hello, Big Bertha. Let's make it a little bit bigger now so we can see what I'm doing. Okay, so right here, as you can see, I did not yet do anything with conserving Big Bertha, which is on the agenda in the channel. So let's open this guy up. I feel like I'm in a German submarine during World War I and II. Oh, and there's something inside of here. Let's take a look. Let's take it out. Take a look at this. It's the robot cover. It's still in there. Huh. Let's take a quick look at that. I don't know if everyone remembers this one. Oh, that's nice and flat. That's beautiful. That has to go to CGC. We're going to send that soon. So we'll put Mr. Robot up here. That's the Wiz Robot cover. And then what I want to do is I want to take it and I want to put the shelving units into Big Bertha like that. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrench down on Big Bertha, and we're going to make it as tight as I can. Strong. There we go. I think that's as strong, I mean as tight as I can get it. Now this right now is compressing the Action Comics, and it is going to dry really, really flat. This is the first time I'm doing something like this in the channel. So that's it for this upload. Stay tuned. Hopefully Big Bertha does its job and really wrenches down and tightens down on the cover, and it is going to be a really nice, hopefully, drawing process, nice and flat. And what I'll do is probably in about an hour or so I'll open it up, change the paper towels, and then we'll just let it dry naturally. So thank you for stopping by and stay tuned.